So I remember when I took my leap of faith for my first business, I had an idea that I still wholeheartedly believe came from God Almighty. This invention, it was called the Shield. We rolled out. I was excited. Um, this was back in 2011 when the vision came. 2012 in July, we end up inventing the product, writing a patent, started making sales early in September, pushing this product, y'all, pushing it, excited out, talking to random people each day, explaining this product that was truly one of its kind. It was a phone holder, but it went on you like a police bulletproof vest, very lightweight. You put your phone in the pocket, that sat on your chest, etc., etc., etc. Fast forward to 2025, there's quite a few companies now that have something very similar, and they're making millions. We didn't make the millions. We didn't make the millions at all. Now, I did everything I could in my mind at the time, when I had the capacity to think through, process with the people that were around, and I didn't listen to everything. So I had so much to learn, but I had this idea, and when I'm telling y'all, we pushed this thing, we put money into it, we pushed it. I still believe it's a great idea, especially now that I see other companies that are successful with the similar, if not same, although looking different idea. But man, we pushed that thing. We pushed it to the point of where when I said I took this leap, this is when I started feeling like, man, I feel like God was giving me this opportunity. Not that He forced me to, but it was like there's two things that I believe I heard. I'll take care of you. I'll take care of your business if you take care of my kingdom business. If you take care of my kingdom business, I'll take care of your business. That's what He said. What I heard. This was when I was hearing and seeing the vision, and I think it was like December 11th, 2000. It was December 2011. I forget the exact date, but I have it in the evening. So then, fast forward, I come home excited, share with the dreams, the idea with my wife, and we were taking this Kingdom Business class at this point. There was this project weeks before that about come up with a product, yada yada yada. I was failing all the stuff. I couldn't think of nothing. I never thought about doing business. I was in public safety for a long time, and in my mind, like, just work, retire, and that's it. And like, really was not thinking about too much more than that until this thing happened. So fast forward, I go home. I'm trying to tell the wife what I saw. I'm excited, tell her what the product does. Oh, it holds your phone, push your hands up, you go running, yada yada yada. You out there, right? And then she's like, "Oh, how does it look?" 'Cause she was just excited as me, as I was. How does it look? And I was like, "Oh shoot!" The whole vision, like it, I felt like it got, erased. I couldn't. Let me see if my mic's still on. I couldn't see what I saw. I'm sorry, y'all. Give me a second. I'm driving. I couldn't see what I saw anymore. So the whole idea of how it looked was like God sealed it up. I couldn't see it. So for months, man, and at this time I was overweight then. I'm overweight now too. But I went outside running, testing this product every single day. Running. I'm talking about I'm cutting holes in shirts. I got a phone holder. I'm putting my phone in all these different places on my body because I knew it was supposed to be hands free. Man, in the process of doing this, out here being active, lost so much weight. 1 month, I started craving just cantaloupes and drinking water and Gatorade. I know Gatorade ain't great for you, but I'm drinking and I'm losing this weight, right? Because I'm out here focused, and there are times I forget to eat. Why? Because I'm trying to do this thing that's consuming my thoughts, right? So we test. Come July, sit down at the table, dinner table, me, my wife, my brother. Remember, Mama Green was on the phone. Mama Green, she's a seamstress. We brainstorm, and everybody like, what about this? What about that? Does it look like this? What about shoulder pads? What about this? What about that? Right? And Mama Green even made a prototype. They're like, no, that's not it, which is so funny because her prototype almost matches what somebody else did later, and these cats making millions. Oh my goodness. But anyways, so then I think my brother or my wife, and I can't remember, such a long time ago, I ain't shared the story in a minute. Somebody was like, what about a SWAT vest? As soon as one of them said that's like, boom, whole vision activated again. Got it. Start mocking it up, sewing it up, get the first product sewn up. And I remember one of my former chiefs who retired a while ago, he was the first one. He said, I want to buy it even before it's done. Just showing support, but also his wife was a runner, marathon runner. And when she did get it in her hand, she loved it. I mean, it was a lot of runners, when they saw it, they loved it. Very lightweight, didn't cause any problems to them. So here we go. And there's a moral to the story. The moral to the story is what happens when it don't work the way you planned, right? So We are working this thing, sewing up, y'all, to the point where come February, um, so September 2012, we start selling it. Write the patent. God gave me a vision how to write the stuff down, write the patent, we get a patent approved. So even though we had a patent, yep, people still took the idea, mocked it up a little bit, and went out there and did what they did. Hey, they did it legally. It is what it is. I have nothing I can do about it. Plus the bread out, in the grocery store. That one. It's a whole lot of brands in the bread aisle, and there's a lot of times where ain't no bread left over. So chew on that for a minute, right? Somebody in my current job reminded me of that, which kind of got me inspired to get back trying to do what I was supposed to be doing out here, right? So here again, we making these sales, we pushing this product, man. We all over the place. We getting calls from Shark Tank. We auditioned a couple times and never got past a certain point. Went and did the audition, and just things didn't work out the way I wanted it to work out. Here again, pushing this product, and I'm talking about pushing this thing hard. Put money into it, shooting these little, it was bootleg, y'all, these little commercials and everything we were trying to do. We were just trying to get it out there. I'm talking to random folk every single day. Even how we got the product out. I was walking around measuring people with a tape measure to get the sizes for the heights and the weights, and we was in it. I was all in. Come February of 2013, had to be that. But I was also feeling before that. I was like, oh, something's supposed to happen. Something's gonna happen. So I'm all excited, trying to figure out what's going on, and started wondering, man. And I remember former co-worker in the copy room area. She came out there one day, was like, "Hey, Green, what's going on?" I'm like, nothing, just figuring out if I had a reason to leave, I'd leave. I'm talking about my job. I was in this profession for a minute. Then I ended up having this notion of more and more of like, just, I got you. Like God saying to get me. I'm like, nah, it don't make sense. This product ain't making money like that. I can't just be leaving. I got a family. I don't want to put us in a bad situation. Y'all can figure it out from there. Ultimately, man, I took the leap. And no, I don't recommend anybody taking the leap without a full plan and without finances. But took the leap. And if you're going to take any leap, make sure it's calculated. Not that you really just leap it blindly, but have some things in place. Plan it out. Because this was tough. But it was the most exciting time I've ever had in my life. I played football and I loved football. I did a lot of great things in that football field, a lot of accolades, competition and rivalries, all that stuff. Man, I loved playing football. But whoa, this time taking this leap was the most exciting, fulfilling time of my life, because every day I was waking up finally understanding what it meant to be totally dependent on God, because we ain't had no income. And put my family probably in the most crazy situations that we ever have been in, to where we had some financial problems. I'll put it like that. We'll save it for another day if I'm going to get into details. But took the leap. And I remember when everything was drying up. Still out here hustling. We got into some stores, some Fleet Feet and different things, and pushing the product, and kept looking more and more promising. Had opportunities with some NFL teams to potentially get some products in their hand, which we did. And it's like every single time at the last minute when something was supposed to work out, it just didn't work out. And I'm like, dang, what am I doing wrong? Like, what am I doing? We gotta do better than this. And I'm doing all, y'all heard people horning. I don't recommend that. People crazy. So let them do what they do. That's my bad. I shouldn't have did that. But we pushing, and I'm like, Lord, I know what you showed me, but I lost focus. I ain't gonna lie, I lost focus, y'all. He told me if I take care of his kingdom business, he'll take care of mine. Well, I didn't know what the heck that meant. And grasping it now, but I didn't know what that meant. I'm pushing a product. And I remember when I started learning what it meant. It's not about the product, it's about the people. It's about the people of ours. It's about the connections I'm allowing you to make. It's about the conversations I'm allowing you to have, that even the story and how I got the vision from something that was just an idea to now it's tangible, to conversing with God back and forth. Like, y'all, this stuff was reality. It was happening, to where when I left the job, even getting to coaching, how I did was a God thing. Like, I'm literally at the bank, and one day I hear, go to this school. I went to the school. We already went out to the school that morning as a family, kind of working out and whatnot. And I hear, go to the school. I'm like, for what? Why am I going back to the school? And the school that I'm talking about, I had asked to volunteer to coach years ago, or train some of their players, which I've done. And here again, I'm Hall of Fame, All-American. I got some accolades. I knew what I was doing on the football field. Um, so I was going to train some of their players who were on the cusp of really helping their team out, but they didn't have time. As a coach said, you got 80 plus players, you can't focus on everybody. So I was going to offer free training. So y'all ain't got to worry about it. We get these people up to speed, whatever. Nah, I ain't want it. So this same team, when the coaching staff had this big shifting and whatnot, and the head coach and everybody got removed out, which I didn't know at the time, God says, go back to the school. So I go back to the school, and I'm like, well, let me put on some workout clothes. So I go to the school, and I see some people out there, and the coach I ain't never seen before. Coach Skelp, shout out, boy, love you, man. God bless. I know y'all gonna do some great things this year too, man. He the head coach now at the school. He wasn't at the time, he was a DB coach, but he was the coach. When I saw him out there, I started working. I said, Coach, you mind if I use this area of the field? He said, go ahead, man. So I'm working out. So then I hear God say, go ask him if you need help. I'm like, I ain't begging these people. And I ain't know Coach Skelp at the time. I didn't know him at all. I love him. I tell you, that's like a brother. But I was like, I ain't begging these folks to sit up here and help them out. My old arrogant behind, prideful. I'm LeVar Green. I'm Hall of Fame. I'm this, I'm that. They should be happy that I want to help their program out. I was prideful. But God said, go ask them if they need help. Here I go. Hey, coach, introduce myself. I don't got no team on the kid. Y'all had no dog in the fight. My son's still young at the time. I had no dog in the fight. I just wanted to help. And at this point, God said, go ask them if they need some help. Man, sure enough, Coach Skelp was like, yeah, man, we got a whole new staff out here. Let me introduce you to the head man, Coach Banks. Shout out to Coach Banks. He might be at Greene County now, coaching head coach out there. But man, they allowed me to go out there and help out, get on the team. And this is now I had left my job. So I'm full-time coaching, get a little stipend, but no money coming in other than I had some money in retirement. Yeah, use the retirement for the business and hold the family over. But boy, when I tell you that thing dried up, back to the moral of the story. What happens when it don't work out the way you plan, right? So I'm out here having an amazing time, y'all. When I'm talking about every day, everywhere we went, it was like a God thing. Every time we went and sat down to have food, regular conversations, it was. And listen, I don't know. I always ran to say I'm not a preacher, which I still say I'm not. I'm somebody who loves talking about God, though. But even without me saying the name of Christ and whatever, people were just like, dang, are you a minister? Are you this? Are you that? Because we just, when I tell you, I felt like we was vibing with God. Me and the wife, the family stuff was just working. Even though your boy was stressing inside because money wasn't right and everything else. But boy, things was just working. And it felt amazing, dog. Me and the wife would be out there. We would go to Stone Mountain, walk around, spending some quality. I'm talking about spending time, working business. And y'all, I'm trying. I'm doing everything that I had in my current cognitive abilities at the time to do. Y'all, I didn't have a high business acumen or nothing like that, but I knew I had this vision, I had this idea, and I felt like I was supposed to work. And I remember one of my homeboys, Big Mo, shout out to Big Mo. Mo would be like, bruh, it's deeper than the shield. And I told him, I said at the time I was a little aggravated. I'm like, nah, dog, I was supposed to make millions with this, man. He told me, when it catch on, it'd be like a wildfire, yada, yada, yada. He's like, dog, it's deeper than the shield, it's deeper than the shield. Like, nah, dog, and I see what he's saying now. I talk fast, I'm sorry. But I see what he's saying now, because he's like, bruh, I feel like God is doing something different in you, bruh. And I ain't get it. Like, what you mean, man? I'm trying to get this product pushed. My brother, we had some key people, Mama Green, like really helping us out working, and some other folks came along, and I feel like they tried us too. But it is what it is. You live and learn through business. But it's like, man, God, you gave me this. Am I tripping? Did I not hear what I think I heard from you? I mean, if I was hallucinating, tripping, we wouldn't have had a product. Because within that same conversation, I got a tangible item from the vision that I was having with you on the way home back, coming through Newton County where I live at. I know the road, I know the area. Like I was hearing, I was like, oh shoot, I was amazed at how this thing came to me. And then we started working and it's tangible and we got it, we selling it. People were asking for it. We sewing them up, getting them things out, customizing these things. And then we doing ministry through a lot of it because it's sharing the story. When I started understanding that it was about me sharing the story to give God glory, then even when I never tried to market it, somebody else randomly would buy it because I don't even care about the sale no more. I'm out here trying to talk to somebody to serve them. And it was working. Ooh, but when the money dried up, and I was looking at my family like, ooh, we probably got another month or so. And I did not want to go back to that job. Why am I talking about this? I just saw this episode from Social Proof, Donnie and David Shands. I don't know them personally, but man, their podcast has been amazing. I love hearing their content. I also have a podcast with me and my co-hosts. We both host Activating the Truth in Doses, where we talk about purpose, life, and everything else, right? But and also got my I Stay Mad on Purpose podcast. So hearing what they talked about, it was about entrepreneurs sometimes through pride and other things and everything else, they will not go get a 9 to 5 or a job when things get bad. And they hit on something my brother said. He uses his job as his own seed money. He's very frugal and diligent with his finances, so he hasn't put himself in a bad financial predicament. So he has all this freed up money that he uses as his own investment for his own company and to bless other people. I can't say the same for my household. We got some stuff we got to pay off. But I get what he was saying and what they were saying and about swallowing your pride, because I had to go back to work. And I remember the day I went back to work, and I'm beyond grateful for the agency I was working with, and the name God allowed me to make for myself out there, and they were eager to let me come back and rehired like that. But it was the toughest thing I did in my life, one of them, because I felt like an absolute failure. I was embarrassed. I left the job thinking I ain't gonna never have to come back. I didn't burn no bridges, thank God. And I remember riding into work that morning in tears of frustration and anger. Mad at myself, mad at God, like I thought I heard you speak. I thought I heard you clearly. And now look at me, right? Now I'm going back to this job, but I don't know what else to do as a man. Is this a lack of faith because I ain't trusting that this is going to work? Well, I'm confused out of my freaking mind. And I'm like, Lord, but I thought you said you got it. Because one other thing I heard in February of 2013 before I left the job was like, I'll take care of you with or without, Gwinnett County where I was working at, with or without them. And he has, and he wasn't lying about that. Truth be told, we went back in a better position we ever were, and even though I'm not with the agency anymore now, got a different career going, he's always been there. But I still yearn for this life of entrepreneurship, but I also got to be realistic, and I got to take care of my family. I can't just be irresponsible, not take care of them with at least the way I know how to do it right now. But we've been getting closer and closer and more refined through life. What God is allowing life to do, life is lifing at its best, at His instruction, that He allowing this to that, and all these different situations that are being used to grow me and show me exactly what I'm supposed to be doing in life, get more and more fine-tuned about what my assignment and what my, my life's purpose, and getting aligned with God. Like, it's happening through these, what we would consider to be random, but God is so specific about what He's allowing. So y'all, I'm telling you, so through all these circumstances and situations, and through going back to the job and not even loving it, but here again, it was necessary and I was grateful. But something in me still was going crazy. I had this internal turmoil. I was deeply, deeply sad, depressed, angry, but grateful and thankful. And, at the same time, my home life, I loved it. Work life, I can't stand it because I ain't doing what I really want to do. But I feel like I've been very useful and been a blessing to a lot of folk, and they've been a blessing to me as well. So it's like I got all these things going on in my head, and it's very frustrating. And then I start seeing in 2018, I know I'm all over the place with these years, this company come out with a product almost identical, because one of our customers became almost like a friend in Florida, like, hey dog, my homeboy saw this product and he was like, hey, this your boy that make the shields? So I had to let you know somebody copied you. And I looked at their reviews, I looked at their website. These cats made like $3 million in less than maybe a year, 18 months. I was like, dang, that took a whole lot out of me. Even consulted a patent attorney and all this stuff, and they were like, nah, they did it legally, bro. Nothing you can do. I was hurt, dog. I was hurt. I'm sharing all this because, man, what do you do when it don't work out the way you planned it to? What do you do when it doesn't work out the way you planned it to? My life ain't worked out the way I planned it to in a whole lot of areas. And I'm assuming maybe you too. There's a whole lot of areas that ain't worked out the way I wanted it to work out. But man, I do got a whole lot of areas that I'm so blessed and wealthy in. And it's not that I take them for granted, because I started to realize like, ooh, everybody don't have those things that I have when it comes to life, relationships, health, beautiful family, and just it's good. It ain't perfect, but man, I'm thankful, right? But Lord, what's going on in this area? If truth be told, I'm like, God, why not this area also? What do you do when it doesn't work out the way you planned? So, based on the topic that Social Proof was having, Donnie and Dave, I went back to work. I went back at this 9 to 5 and been back at 9 to 5 for years, and it has worked out. We've been okay. We've been, yeah, you got your ups and downs, but it's been getting better and better financially. Here again, I still got this void, but I also now getting a clearer vision of what I'm supposed to be doing. It ain't about the product, it's about people. It's not so much about only the science behind it versus the service behind it. Like, I'm here to serve folk, man. Serve my gift. Like, I feel like my purpose, my assignment, because of what God has allowed to burden me and bother me so much, like our whole mission statement that I thought started as a company, I Stay Mad, was off of sheer rage and emotion and inner turmoil, depression, pissed off about everything in life, everything at some points. It started growing into something different. The mad, that emotion, went to just being in motion and doing stuff and staying really motivated and determined, not just the sheer anger and frustration and emotion of being mad, but then it started bleeding to more of a, man, this is a mission for us to make a difference. Let me say it the way I'm supposed to say it. Make a decision to make a difference in my life and everybody's around me, and stay motivated and determined while I do. That's our mission now. And I remember I got all these ideas for these company names and all stuff for over the years. We had the Shield stuff, the Proverb Shield, and I had this idea for Activate You, which also came in this very similar vision. I remember writing down all these different things of what Activate You supposed to be doing and standing for, and I threw it to the side, totally forgot about it, because then I Stay Mad came shortly after that with a conversation me and my daughter had on the way back to church one day when some kids were like, your daddy like the angriest Christian we know. I'm like, yeah, I probably am. That's an anger issue. And we're like, yeah. And then my daughter like, Daddy, you always be getting mad. I said, I don't get mad, I stay mad. That's like how that was birthed. But right now, understanding what I feel like God has been allowing to happen now, like what we do and who we are now as a brand, Activate You, get active, stay active, live active. We encourage activation in your life, threefold: mind, body, and spirit. Okay, mind could be your soul, but mind, body, and spirit, threefold. Right? Physical, emotional, mental. We talk about all this stuff. Like, we want people to really get their life activated to do what they are assigned to do. And here again, now that mission makes sense for me. And all this started because of this idea for the Shield product that I thought was supposed to be the money maker, which I still kind of low-key feel like something can happen. My ultimate dream is that we'll get picked up by like one of these companies, or NFL or college or Under Armour or Nike, and got a beautiful partnership because these guys can wear this stuff during pregame while they listen to music and etc. People running and customized stuff. That's kind of where we at. Still got the patent on the books. But it's like, you know what? It's about the people. And it's about the pivot that you got to make in life when things work out the way you didn't plan. What do you do? Well, I'll tell you what you don't do. You don't give up. Sure, you might shut down for a little bit. You might be frustrated. You might not know what to do. So you may have some stagnation, some procrastination, all those other Asian things, right? But you don't quit. Because if you were made to do something on this planet, best believe that God Almighty, the creator and the maker of the heavens and the earth, everything that was made for him, by him, through him, Jesus, will cause it to happen. If it's something that he absolutely wants to happen, guess what? It's going to happen. Not even you can mess that up. If he says, no, this has to happen, it's going to happen. But let's be willing participants. Y'all, let's try our best to be willing participants to submit and surrender our heart to him, so this can work out not only for his plan, but for us too. Y'all, in the pathway and the journey that you're going to for your destiny and to create wealth and all the stuff that he gives us power to do, Y'all, yes, we can enjoy it, but it's a whole lot of folk who should be benefiting from what we're doing. Not just our family. Not just our family. So I ask you once again, what do you do when things don't work out the way you plan to? Keep going. You keep going. Because at some point when you keep going and you keep your heart after God, one thing he says in Matthew chapter 6, verse 33, seek first. That's a priority. He didn't say seek only, but seek first the kingdom of God and its righteousness, and all these things will be added unto you. So there's a priority. There's a basic map of how to do some of these things. So seek first. So make God's culture, his kingdom, a priority, to try to get to understand that, to become aware of that, to let it be reflective in your life, and his righteousness. That means submitting and understanding that we're only righteous in his eyes. There's nothing we can do, say, or live out that will make us righteous. We're righteous because of what Jesus Christ did. So just, you're really borrowing his righteousness. So understanding that, yes, it's good to stay in a right standing with the king, because when you're in a right standing with the king, like a parent, you get things. Because think about it. That's what it says. Seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. There are things that are supposed to be added, not that you work for them, that you grind it at, although there is some work behind your belief that you say you have, because you believe it's going to happen, so you might work for it, right? Makes sense. Just practical. But there's some things as a child of God that he calls us a lot. He don't say the adults of God. He say the children of God, the sons of God, a child of God, that we're supposed to be in this receiving mode still a lot. But what do you do when it don't work out the way you plan to? And I'm going to say it again. Y'all, don't give up. Keep going. Continue your pursuit after his heart and not his hand. Trust that God has a plan for your life that is going to make everything absolutely amazing. And yes, there will be some suffering on the way. Yes, there's some frustrations along the way. And I feel like I can identify with a lot of people who are in a dark place, frustrated place. Yes, they're frustrated, angry, mad. And guess what? Those very things, that very emotion, those trials and tribulations that have come your way really are lessons that can help you out in life. They're opportunities to grow. There are moments in life where you can figure out how to make something happen as you partner with the Most High God. Yes, y'all, this is real. So no, I haven't made the millions yet. And everybody says they want to be a million. I get it. And I used to say it all the time, and say it, but never really believed it, if I'm being honest. And never really worked at it, if I'm being honest. But now, it's not that I'm working at becoming a millionaire. I'm working at becoming valuable and offering the service to people that I need to be offering based on what God made me to do. I want to be a fully functioning, fully impactful, influencing product that God put on this planet to do what he has called me to do, and create such a value that, guess what? I guess people will start just giving me the money then, right? Start giving me resources because of the value that they see. Like, I ain't chasing the money no more. I want to be impactful and be able to influence people, more importantly, to where they see a beautiful, authentic, pure relationship with Almighty God. If I ain't doing that, then what am I really doing? And that's where I'm at now. And that's what our brand is about. Getting you as a whole person active. Get active, stay active, live active. As we live by the mission statement, I promise to make a decision, to make a difference, and not only my life, but everybody else's around me, and stay motivated and determined while I do. So I hope hearing this story, hearing some of the ups and downs, swallowing the pride, going back to work, doing your business, pivoting, changing up the business, listening to God, being humble, crying through the moments, frustrating moments, ups, downs, highs and lows. Almost lost the house, didn't throw that in earlier. But it's so many different aspects of things that happened. And it wasn't that we were being foolish, but some things we just didn't know. But God's grace and his mercy is the only reasons we are where we are today and on the verge of something absolutely amazing. All because of him. So no matter what another human has done to almost make you feel like you care less about God and Jesus Christ, give the Creator a chance. And that sounds crazy because it's like he's the Creator. He can stop our heart at any moment. But his love, his grace, his mercy, the blessing that He has for your life will be absolutely amazing. Give Him a chance because He loves you, He cares about you, and He wants to also see the best for you because your best can be a blessing to the rest. God bless.